Hi everyone, Adriana Jimenez with Fino Boxing here with Richard Schaeffer with Ringstar Promotions. Richard, we have such an amazing fight June 9th with Leo Santa Cruz and Abner Mares, and of course today announcing Jermell Charlo with Austin Trout. Talk to me about what an exciting fight this is for you.
Well, the entire card is really amazing. The Mares Santa Cruz or Santa Cruz Mares fight, the rematch, is really one of the most anticipated fights. You know, whenever I travel, fans ask me, when are those two guys going to fight again? It was really a much talked about, much anticipated rematch. The first fight was sensational. It was a toe-to-toe battle. That's what these two guys do. I don't think neither one is not capable to be in a bad or boring fight. So you know that this is going to be at the absolute highest level, one of the most exciting fights we will see this year. You have with Leo a guy who throws punches in bunches, and then with Abner you have somebody who is coming with a lot of confidence into this fight, having Robert Garcia in his corner. And in his last two fights, since he had Robert in his corner, he really looked sensational. And so it's a tough fight to call, who is going to win. I think it's truly a 50-50 fight, and we know it's going to be fireworks. So how can you better that? Well, you can better that by putting on one of the most charismatic. I said he and his brother Jermell and Jermell are pound for pound today the most exciting fighters style-wise inside the ring. They really go for the knockout. They have highlight reel knockouts in his last few fights, both of them. They have the personality and the charisma, and so whenever one of the Charlos fights, in this case here Jermell, it's must-see TV. So now you have Mares and Santa Cruz, and you add Charlo on the card, and not in a sort of a tune-up fight, in a fight against the former world champion Austin Trout, one of the most skillful fighters in the ring, who always somehow seems to be able to find a way to win. And now you have that matchup as well. And it's going to be, I can tell you, there are going to be more fights revealed in the coming weeks. Top to bottom, it's really going to be a Staples Center worthy card. And the amazing thing really is, for as little as $50.
Well, even Jermell Charlo right now, a few minutes ago, said that he wants Canelo to go down to 154. Do you think that fight will ever be a possibility?
Oh, I don't think that Canelo can make 154 anymore. I don't see that. His body has maturity. He's older now. I don't think he's going to do that. But, the good news is there's another Charlo waiting at 160. And, that'll be a very exciting fight. It'll be a big fight, and certainly a fight I would love to be involved in and promote together with my old pal, Oscar De La Hoya. I think we will have a lot of fun putting that fight together.
And what about him? He's also Jermell is also the mandatory for Gennady Golovkin, so that's another mega fight that can be done.
Oh, absolutely! I think that would be a fantastic fight as well. I would love to work with Tom Loeffler on that fight. I think that'll be a big fight, and I really truly believe that there is nobody at 160 who can beat today the Charlos. I really sincerely mean that. I think Jermell, and I think there's nobody at 154 who can beat Jermell. That's how good those two guys are.
I wanted to get your take with this weekend with the knockout laws of David Haye. I know you work alongside with him. Do you think it's time for him to hang up the gloves and just get into the promoting business with you 100%?
Well, that's a very personal question, and I was with David after the fight, spent a lot of time with him. I talked to him yesterday, I talked to him today. So he's doing well, he's relaxing, he's in good spirits, and he's going to reflect on where he wants to go, what he wants to do. He knows that he has a tremendous future with promoting. And in a way, it was a little bit like the changing of the guard. And I talked to David about that actually in the locker room after the fight. Yes, his fight didn't go the way we hoped it would, of course, but in a way, the night, was really the man who stole the show that night was Joe Joyce, the silver medalist super heavyweight from the Rio Olympics, who in his fourth fight made history, because no other fighter in the history of UK boxing, Commonwealth boxing, has ever won the British Commonwealth title in only his fourth fight. And Joe Joyce did that against Lenroy Thomas, looked sensational, knocked him out, and now in only his fifth fight, he made it known today, as a matter of fact, that his next target is Big Baby Miller. So let's see if we can put that fight together. I mean, Joe Joyce is, without any question, a future heavyweight champion of the world.
And speaking of Olympic talent, with this fight here on June 9th, you have a lot of Mexican Olympic talent. Are we expecting to see Misael Rodriguez, Carlos Valdera, Lindolfo Delgado on the undercard?
We're actually going to have Lindolfo and Misael are going to be fighting in Mexico on Televisa. But I am planning to hopefully have Carlos and his brother Jose on this card here as well. So we are going to see some of the Olympic talent here. Yes.
Awesome. We can't wait. Thank you so much for taking the time, and can't wait for June 9th.
Thank you. Same here. See you then.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.